politically exposed. In fact, he was on his political deathbed, decided to do some political acrobatics by trying to manufacture a kind of political settlement that would buy him time with the public. The mistake that ODM and Raila Odinga made is that by agreeing to that, they have not addressed the economic problem. And therefore, Odinga had a major problem trying to market this thing first to Kenyans, but secondly to his political partners. So his biggest problem started with ODM. At ODM, it was split in the middle, those who want to go and those who don't want to go. Today, there was a meeting at the Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka Center in Karen, where Odinga went and met all the partners of the Azimio la Umoja coalition, with the exception of Martha Karua, who has left the coalition. When he started speaking to all of them, he started selling the idea of a national conversation as a way of bringing what he's calling the country to discuss how to be able to tackle issues and problems. And a lot of the people around the table disagreed with him. Wajakoya and Eugene Wamalwa walked away. Just as we were coming to air, Kalonzo Musyoka has sent out a statement saying that he is not supporting the conversation. And therefore, and I'm told Kanu and Gideon Moi also are not supporting the conversation. So you've got a situation where Odinga is being isolated even within Azimio la Umoja. Why am I bringing all these matters up? I'm bringing them because today is a historical day. The Court of Appeal has thrown away the finance bill of 2023, and it has declared it unconstitutional. So all the supporting legislation of Finance Bill 2023 and the Appropriations Bill are all null and void ab initio. And therefore, this country has to revert to the finance bill that was done by Uhuru Kenyatta in 2022. In other words, all the financial arrangements of 2024 and 2023 are void. And therefore, all the political acrobatics that Odinga and Ruto were planning have been negated. And as I conclude the first statements, I want to remind the country of the book, The Prince, that was written by Machiavelli, that said that, of all political skills, remember that you only succeed half by skill and half by fortune. And fortune comes from God. So the blood of the people that has been spilled on the streets of Nairobi and the country has come to haunt Zakayo. Now that the Court of Appeal has rejected the 2023 finance bill, they have jumped from the frying pan into the fire. That means there is no money to pay this new cabinet and its programs. In fact, the raising of taxation under 2023, once voided, reduces government expenditure by a major component. I want to land there for now.
I don't know where to begin, Tony, because that is so much information that you have given us. And I really wish we had a tax or expert or an economist to tell us, I don't even know if that's an economist, to tell us where, because I'm an economist and I'm stumped, to tell us what happens now with regard to government spending, A, and B, what happens with regard to the budget, because what really does that mean? Tony, do you have an idea what that means in terms of budget legally?
Yes, you see the budget and the appropriations, there are two sides to any budget. There is the estimates of government, and then of course there is the bill to collect that money that is budgeted. Now the problem with throwing out the entire bill is affects collection of revenue.
Maybe Tony,
so for
if
example,
you can take a quick edit on that, it's the Finance Act and not really the bill.
Yeah, what I'm saying, yes, I'm just trying to answer broadly to him because, yes, the Finance Act is a major component, but there is also other things like the housing levy, for example, that has been thrown out. I'm trying to explain. Yes, the majority of the government's revenue raising endeavors have got to be readdressed, because, for example, what was the fuel situation in 2022? What was the VAT situation? What was the price of manufacturing taxation? So all the things that were in 2022 that were raised in 2023 become void. And you look at that increment, that increment was already unpopular. You then talk about the housing levy, which has now been removed. What impact does that have, including the contracts already entered by government to build houses? Bills of quantities or tenders that have not been paid, debts that have been accrued. So in other words, you're looking at a financial meltdown, financial crisis where government has budgeted and allocated funds which it no longer can collect. And can only and of course the 2024 bill is void. So now the 2023 bill is void by the ruling of the Court of Appeal, and the constitutional implications of that means that the government cannot collect according to that act, and can only then use even the supplementary budget that was passed under 2023 the other day is null and void. So you're back to 2022. Whichever way they calculate it, they have jumped from the frying pan to the fire. I'm quite actually happy because Odinga and his team are very greedy and they went there to look for money. Let them now go and find the chaos that they have wanted. Let them go there and find that the bank has been broken by the blood of Jesus and it doesn't exist.